Have you also had this experience where from one day to the next, you go from inspiration, clarity, confidence, motivation to the next day feeling like, I don't even know what I'm doing? Maybe it was all just a bunch of BS. You feel like lost and confused, and all the motivation and inspiration has just been sucked out of you. And you're left feeling like, I don't know what to do now. Well, this is something that I've experienced many times in my life, and I've come to call it the next day test. And from my experience, it serves multiple purposes. First and foremost, it's a test of your conviction, your dedication, your commitment to what you desire, to your vision, to what you say that you want to be, that you want to create, that you want to offer. You sort of up level in one or many aspects of your life from one day to the next. And then, in order to maintain that kind of momentum, that commitment, that inertia, there's a required kind of declaration that you're not going to just give up, right? It's that you are actually going to maintain this, that you're actually going to uphold this, that you're actually going to see this through. And there's a sort of test. You could call it a spiritual test. You could call it a test from your higher self, a test from God, a test from your future self. It's a test of your resolve to see whether or not you're actually going to stay the course. The other aspect of this test is that it's echoes from your past, right? Your old self, your past self, has a series of habits, a series of thoughts, a series of feelings, a way of relating to itself, which is going to come back to haunt you or to test you. It's going to come back up as an echo of your past to see if you're going to change, if you're going to shift, if you're going to become a new self-concept, a new self, or if you're just going to revert to that past self, the old self of familiarity, of that consistent sense of who you think you are, who you believe you are, and its limitations, and its ideas of lack, and its sense of safety, and its sense of kind of false certainty, false safety, false security. So it's testing whether or not you're ready and willing to break free from that past inertia, that past momentum of the choices that you've made, of the feelings that you felt, of the thoughts that you've had, of the beliefs that you've been holding on to, and all of the actions that you're used to taking. The other aspect is that it is revealing the path of least resistance, right? Because in those past echoes is a sort of identity, it's a self-concept, it's unprocessed feelings, it's unresolved thoughts and beliefs, it's even past relationships with other people, with yourself, with attachments, with all sorts of different things in your circumstance, in your reality, in your life. And it's revealing the path of least resistance by looking at these things, by really understanding them, by resolving them, reconciling them. And that next day test is an opportunity to not dwell or indulge in these lingering things, but to actually face them with maturity, with an emotional stability, with a mental clarity, with a higher frequency, and to bring your love, your understanding, your forgiveness, your acceptance to these echoes of the past, these cries of your inner child, and to love them, to embrace them, to accept them, to allow them to be what they are, but not to become identified with them, not to indulge in them, but to just hold them, right? It's just the ego that doesn't need to be healed or corrected. It just wants to be held, right? That inner child crying out for safety or security or for attention or whatever. It's just that past momentum of your old self that just needs to be held in the light of your consciousness. And you see, these are sort of three main aspects that I've noticed about this next day test, which is serving you. It is for your highest good, your highest interest, to anchor in the shift, to fully step into that new version of you, that new reality, where all that you manifest exists, or all that you wish to manifest already exists, where all that you desire to be and become is on the other side of you stepping through who you were into who you truly are. And you see that it's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be just a walk in the park. It's meant to test your resolve, to test your willingness, to test your steadfastness, to see if you truly are willing to commit, if you have a staying power with this vision, if you're truly ready on a soul level from a higher plane to actually be what you know you're meant to be. And that's why it's for good reason that you have this test, because it is making sure that you are ready, and you will be given everything that you need when you are ready. And that's the beauty of this mechanism, is that you can't get anything that you're not ready for. So it's going to test you out of love, out of a wisdom, so that you can cultivate love and wisdom within yourself to be all that you're meant to be every single moment. And this is a big aspect of the free alignment masterclass, which is a 3-part gamified framework that is something that I've talked about quite a bit on this channel. And it's free for everyone to access. You can get access in the caption in the video here, or you can comment next day test, and I'll send you a link where you can access this alignment masterclass, which goes through meditations, visualizations, a framework, and worksheets that you can implement your higher self daily routine and shift into alignment and meet this next day test with the resolve, with the willingness, with the love and forgiveness, the openness, and the light of your true self, so that you won't give up on who you want to be and who you truly are. So again, if you want to have access to this, just comment next day test down below, and I'll send you a link where you can sign up for that free alignment masterclass.